Before we completed work on the first Medal of Honor, we weren't even sure whether what we were doing was possible. At that time, no one had ever done a first-person shooter for a PlayStation. All we did know was that on the heels of Private Ryan, Stephen wanted an authentic World War II game. Authenticity and the limitation of 250 poly characters and low-res environment, however, don't go easily hand in hand. But for my lead animator, Sonil, to even suggest that realistic weapons and enemies weren't possible, well, those were fighting words. His team did excellent research, though. They really knew their stuff.
What a pioneering time that was. 82% of the time, we were flying on assumptions. And the other 18% was hearsay and guessing. Computer animation was in its infancy then. It wasn't until Jurassic Park 10 that 3D graphics truly leapt from the screen and into your lap. But we in the gaming industry were trying to do our part with realistic animation and intelligent AI. And we had some rather unorthodox methods of gathering our animation reference. Come to think of it, I lost many an animator in those renegade days. The limitations early on in the series meant settling for square-fisted, no-fingered, flat-faced, low-res enemies hiding behind the barrels most of the time. Now, luckily, the engineering team did their best at making the enemies appear as aggressive and intelligent as possible.
Today you can download the Wehrmacht directly into your home to take on hand-to-hand if you wish. Enemies find waypoints and cover right there amongst the love seat and China hutch. But back then, we had all we could do just to keep the enemies from running around in circles, looking stupid. Those days were long, late night, into the morning headaches.
It's gonna be way beyond midnight, I'm telling you.
Whoa. Shush.
Check the bags.
Memory was always the issue. Background artists with the compartment calculations and occlusions, oh, they were always breaking the game.
Ay, nagugutom na ako. Dinner's ready. Come on.
In a minute, Mother. I'm busy.
We were always the black sheep of the family. The backgrounds were never on schedule. The compartments were too big, the collision wasn't working.
I got sick of working miracles. Downright sick of it.
The doorways were too narrow, the textures were screwed up, the posters weren't public domain. The Eiffel Tower needed legal clearance, on and on. Of course, when EA bought the tower in 2016, that pretty much ended the clearance headache for anybody else. We improved it though, added a virtual skateboarding ramp, covered the entire first level of the tower. Sweet.
Then of course there was the audio department who'd been winning award after award for the work on the series. And they of course had a seemingly endless list of requests.
What's this? Yes, they built a sound studio. What's your point? Well, sure, we asked for things. Sure, we made requests. But we had high standards and a quality bar to maintain.
I need interruptible sounds. I need acceleration and deceleration. I need dynamic music.
The Panzerfaust shells didn't edit their own sound effects, you know. But I want to talk about the design. It was the game designers who dictated what we were in need of, not us. And where were they when all these audio requests were allegedly being made?
Put the boogie in your body.
Oh. They wanted panzers, motorcycles, and half-tracks bursting through the wall. Well, you can't make that kind of sound with a kettle and a wooden spoon. Memory. You know what I got? A lousy 250K. Can you convey a battle, a friggin' battle with 250K? But it had to be done. It was like spinning straw into gold. Straw into gold, I'm telling you. Well, it was more like straw into half-tracks.
I don't know about the half tracks and the walls bursting, but I do remember it's the food. Just seems like all we ever did was eat.
Just totally shot that way before.